day everyone, this is Maths with Atanda. Today we also have a problem here in which we are given that okay, the cube root of x is equal to x. But some students actually will solve it in this form, which is what they will say, okay, since we are having x here, let's do x raised to the power of 3 is equal to x raised to x. You divide everything by x, right? This and this will go, right? In which we will now be having x raised to the power of 3 is equal to x, which is equal to 1. Right? So now, what do we do? What do they do? Okay, they will now, so since they are all just having the same base, they will now write, okay, x raised to the power of 3 minus 1, right? This is equal to 1, right? They will now say, okay, this x minus 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2, then x raised to the power of 2 is equal to 1. Then, they will now already write it in this form that x, taking the root of both sides, right? It will now be what? Plus or minus 1, right? Right, they are correct, but actually it's wrong because this x is what? Of 3 powers, right? It has what? 3 values. So you only get 2 values. Where do you keep the other value? Have you sent it to the exile? No. You need to actually get the other value, which this one is actually wrong, right? Now, to get the actually real value, look at how I'm going to solve it. So, by solving it, the correct way to solve this kind of problem here is that write solution, right? Now, what are we given? We are given as x cubed is equals to x, right? They are all x, right? It's just different in powers. Take this one to the other side, which means we're having x cubed. When it crosses the equality sign, it turns to minus x is equals to 0. That's the first thing. We can factor out something here, which is what? Which is x. Factor out our x, open bracket. What remains here is what? X squared is minus what? Minus 1 is equals to 0. Do you see? For something to be equal to 0, one of them must what? Must be 0, or both of them will be equal to what? 0. So now, which means we can easily say that what? Our x is equal to 0, or x squared minus 1 is equal to 0. That's how it turns to 0. So now, we have one value which is x equals to 0 as our value. Now, for us to get the other value, we are having x squared minus what? Minus 1 is equal to 0. So let's take this one as what? X squared minus 1 is equal to 0. So by doing that, we can actually easily take this one to the other side, which means we now be having our x squared is equal to nothing but what? 1. Right. This is squared. We are easily to what? To take the square root of both sides. By taking the square root of both sides, we will now be having as what? The root of x squared is equals to, don't forget, this is what? This is root, plus or minus root what? Root 1. Have you seen it? Root 1, right? So, and root 1 is something as 1, right? Which means this and this will go. We're having x is equals to plus or minus 1. This implies that our value of x is now what? We're having 1 as what? X is equals to 0, or x is equals to, this is positive 1, or x is equal to what? Minus 1, rather. So, these are the what? The 3 values of x that will satisfy the problem. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share for others to learn. Thank you.